Well, I'm in Samuel. Lots happened. The Saul was waiting for Samuel to do a sacrifice, and he needed him to do it because he was like planning on doing a battle against the Philistines. And Samuel's taking a while, and he got tired of waiting, and he just did it himself. And Samuel was not real happy about that, and basically said that he just had a fit about it and cursed Saul. And what was really interesting is Saul's son Jonathan went up against very way outnumbered, but he had faith. He said to his guys he was with, if the Philistines call us in, that's a signal from God that they're ours. We're going to defeat them. And he did. They called him in, and he whipped them, right? And then while he was out, Saul, makes a call for fasting, right? Well, Jonathan was in the field. Jonathan's out there fighting battles. He didn't get the word. And he comes back and he starts eating. And everyone's like, oh, no. He's like, what? I'm hungry, man. I'm winning the battle. And Saul's saying, I said that nobody was to do that or they would be executed. And his son is basically, really, I just won a battle for you, and you're gonna execute me because of that. And he didn't, right? But all of that whole line was poor leadership. It makes me think of a couple things. It's a subconscious mind. Okay. Oh my gosh. I had an associate with World Financial Group. She was a realtor, very successful realtor. She gave me a lot of business, and she took off with the business, and she got her life and health and Series 6 and 63 before I ever got my life and health license. But then her husband got throat cancer, and her mom got Alzheimer's, and she had a Down syndrome sister. And we were talking. That was just too much. And so we were talking, and she was giving me a bunch of marketing CDs that she had bought. And I just couldn't imagine her ever being harsh with her sister. She's like, oh, well, there were times. She says she's pretty good unless her routine gets disrupted. She has her way of doing things. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, that reminds me of some people I know, right? And a lot of people are like that. And that's the subconscious mind. It's the pattern, it's the routine, it's the habits, all right? And if they get disrupted, then they get angry, all right? So there's an indicator. Okay, so that's what happened to Samuel with Saul. And then, of course, Saul goes and does, I'm going to make this, just because I'm the king, I can make this command. And Jonathan's like, well, dude, that ain't real logical right now. Okay, I just, you got cursed that the Philistines were going to defeat you, and I just, settled that for you. Okay. And then it made me think of a couple of situations with Roy Jones Jr. and Roy Jones Sr. I was hadn't been doing real well. I'd lost like 10 of my first 12 fights. I was fighting in this tournament. It was full of ringers, and I just made up. I'm like, you know what? I got nothing to lose. Nobody expects anything out of me. And I went in there and I threw everything but the kitchen sink. Boy, I was, it didn't matter. I was in a fight, He wasn't trying to be pretty. He wasn't trying to be perfect, right? I was just whipping somebody's butt, and I did. And then afterward, Roy Senior's like, okay, I'm going to teach you to throw a left hook. You're not ready to throw it, but you're throwing it anyways. You may as well learn to throw it right. Okay. That. Okay. And then Roy Jones Jr., I had a little 4-speed toy or Datsun. And I'd pick up Roy Jr. for training first, and then I put in the push in the clutch, and he'd shift. And he'd bug me every day. Come on, man, let me drive, man. Come on. It was a Sunday. Took him out of some side street, quiet. And I was worried about him starting off with the clutch. And but he had no problem with it. Took right off, right? But he was so focused on looking down, shifting, that he wasn't paying attention to where he was going. Blew right through a 4-way stop, and then down this hill. On the bottom of the hill, we drove right up in this lady's yard. And we had the car. My car was fine, just the front tires were up over the curb. And I knew he was concerned. He thought I'd be mad or whatever. And I'm like, well, Roy, you shift really good. Next time, let's watch where we're going. All right. When I was in the SEAL teams, there was some harsh leadership, and I'm just now learning this. I'm reading in this book with Yvonne Oswald, Words Have Power, that your conscious mind wants to be talked to graciously. Your conscious mind is doesn't like to get yelled at, right? And I know that's for sure here, right? But it doesn't matter with your subconscious mind. It doesn't. It can be harsh. It can be not. It doesn't matter. It just hears the words. Isn't that crazy? Your subconscious mind can actually be motivated with harsh tone and language. And my subconscious mind's got plenty of that. Had plenty of that. I don't like it. Never have. Don't like to do it to other people. But there's a lot of people, man, that seems like that's the only thing that they hear is getting in their dish. I'd rather not do it that way. I like logic, and just seems like you judge other people as you see yourself in their situation. I assume other people would, just assume to have logic. But I guess that some people need to be spoken to a little harshly. I have a friend of mine. He's my best friend. He's a pastor, and there's been times where I want to bark at him, but I don't. All right. But then there's situations that give me the opportunity to have the conversation with him and tell him what he needs to hear. And because of the situation, he hears it. And I appreciate it. All right. Have a wonderful day.